Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Wednesday, the 10th day of December 2025. All right, there is a statement I used to make. I said, if you understand Nigeria, that you will just take your bag and run to Cotonou to seek asylum. That is, if only you can understand the kind of stuff that Nigeria is made of. And it is happening. Nigeria government, through Borno state government, are offering 500,000 to their citizens who ran to Cameroon. You know, I reported in September that when Boko Haram attacked a Borno community, a city, they ran through the army barrack, they ran through villages. Over 5,000 Nigerians ran to Cameroon. And not only that, about 100 soldiers also followed them to Cameroon for refuge, to seek, I didn't say to seek asylum, but for refuge. So they ran there for refuge and Cameroon accepted them, Cameroon accommodated them. So after some time, the soldiers, they came back to Nigeria, left the citizens, the civilians. So right now, Nigeria government are begging the civilians, if you want to return to Nigeria, we'll come and carry you and give you 500,000. And the citizens are saying no. Nigeria is hell on earth. Now, wait a minute. If you understand the way Northern Cameroon is not a lively place to live. But these people have seen a safe haven in Northern Cameroon. So, before I will go forward, this is the video when I reported it just about 2 months ago when the incident happened. Take a listen. This is the evening of Saturday, the 20th day of September 2025. It is on the report that many Nigerians fled to Cameroon after twin ISWAP attack. It was reported that ISWAP fighters attacked a military base in Banke on Friday. This came barely 24 hours after the attack and overran another military base in Komshe. Situation reports have indicated that about 5,000 Nigerians, including civilians and soldiers, have fled across the border to Cameroon following a twin attack on military bases in Borno State by the Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. This is the first time in this year that the Nigerian military personnel, that is, the Nigerian soldiers, are running to Cameroon, to IDPs, just to take shelter. A country where the military are running to IDP to take shelter in another country. I want you to think and ponder on this. An attack happened on a military base, not that they ambushed the military that were moving on the road. Military base is like your domain. As a soldier, military base is your domain. Nobody's supposed to bring an attack to your base and defeat you. But you know, ISWAP, they overran the first military base. The second one was about 20 kilometers from the first one. And the second one is one of the biggest military bases we have in Nigeria. They overran another one. The soldiers and the civilians, up to 5,000, according to the report, have to run to Cameroon. This is not the first time. They are now in IDPs in Cameroon. Do you hear anybody talking about it? No, it doesn't concern anybody. And people don't understand what this means. It means that this is ISWAP are exercising authority. You know, yesterday you saw the terrorist leader, they call the bandit leader, after having peace deal with the government last week. He was warning them yesterday that if you attack our people again, I will burn down Nigeria. All right, if you are in a position, what are you going to do? If you're in a position like you are among these people that ran to another country, what are you going to do? Coming back to a place where your security will not be guaranteed? This is the situation. All these parts of Nigeria has been sold out, ungoverned spaces, ungoverned territories. They leave it for Boko Haram and ISWAP with their terrorist gangs and departments. So Nigeria is not officially in charge of many states as you think. For you to understand what I'm saying, for state governments like Borno state governments to put money inside budget, billions of naira, in 2 years about 12 billion, that if Boko Haram repents, they'll give it to Boko Haram. Mind you, it's not for the victims. The money is not for victims. This is the first time now they are even considering the victims. And it is because these people are in another country. They just want them to come back. Not because they want to build a home for them. Not because they want to provide, maybe school, handcraft, like learning of work and so on and so forth. They just want them to come back. Come back to do what? Come back to face terrorists. Come back to face this, come back to face that. See, Nigeria is not sustainable. There is no country that survived like this. We can pretend for too long. We can pretend for 50 years. We can pretend for 100 years. But there is no country that sponsors insecurity against our own people and later want to survive as a country. It does not exist.
Are hoping for?
Well, whether we like it or not, we are living in a global village. Let me use a very popular cliche. I mean, the world knows our situation, which is the reason why those who really are concerned about what's going on in this country. Look, there are attempts by interests to take over huge territory, part of Nigeria, part of Chad, part of Cameroon, part of Niger, and turn it into the global headquarters of terror. Those in the intelligence circles know this. I'm saying this publicly now. A lot of people know this. We must never allow that kind of thing to happen. We don't want to live under ISWA. We don't want to live under Boko Haram. We don't want to live under Lokarawa. We don't want to live under...
And you know, sometimes if some people are blaming Tinubu, I say, yes, he's the president, but Tinubu told you that if he fights insecurity, that they will kill him.
And Aswaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me
we can't go on like this.
That he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
If I fight insecurity, they will kill me. This is what Tinubu told this lady. This lady came to Arise News to say it. She can't hold it back that a president is telling you, if I fight insecurity, they will kill me. For you to know the magnitude, how the people are perpetrating this thing, how powerful they are, but they are not more powerful than the people. And I don't think there is anything that will stop a revolution when the time comes, because Nigerians are docile. I don't think they still know what is going on. Maybe we need to sensitize people, tell people the truth, tell people what is actually going on, that the DSS is busy chasing Omo and they should already detaining Nnamdi Kanu to anywhere to make sure they arrest you, they do whatever they want to do. But they are covering the criminals who are internationally recognized in their country, aiding them. It is obvious. I am not the one saying it. Their head of intelligence, Kunde Ondawumi, he's still alive. He made 1 hour video on Chinese television exposing DSS, exposing DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, exposing the presidency, exposing the governors. The man said a lot. And if half of Nigerians should listen to that man, I think within 1 week there will be a revolution in Nigeria. People don't still understand what is going on and what is to come. Your politicians are responsible for the killings in Nigeria.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onobo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What advice?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with Miyetti Allah, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, you asked me for facts. We have it on the authority of the Ondo State government that the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State led the criminal suspect gang that killed Parafa Sharanti's daughter. That is on the authority of the Ondo State government. And they have been arrested. And the leader of the gang is the PRO of Miyetti.
All right. You see, the reason why we bring these videos has nothing to do with tribe or where you come from. We talk the truth, we state the truth, we bring out the evidence for Nigerians to see what actually happened and what is happening. So, what we are establishing in this video is what we have been saying, and we will continue to say it. And every now and then, we'll continue to also tell people on ground who are not on social media. Your politicians imported the terrorists who are killing you. And we are not going to forgive them because of what they did. No remorse, nothing. And when you talk, they come after you. When you talk, they want to kill you. When you talk, as if people don't know what transpired, as if people don't know what happened. Thank you for having time to listen to me. This is 4:31 p.m. Nigerian time. See you on my next video.
There is no question in my view, and I come from an area where you have, like you rightly said, sir, there is hardly any part of Nigeria where you don't have solid minerals, even in the south. But what I observe, whereas the federal government is ruthless with people who are doing illegal oil buckling, and they deploy JTF to deal with those involved in illegal buckling. When it comes to illegal mining of solid minerals, the federal government changes. It's like using different standards. And I'm very angry about that. Because if we have to fight, deploy army, even to kill, for anyone who is involved in illegal buckling of oil, and you deploy JTF, a combination of army, police, air force, everybody, why are we allowing illegal mining in many parts of the country that is going on? And they are being mined by retired generals, and we know them. Yes, we know them. Nobody can pretend doesn't know them. I did a letter to retired former President Buhari, because somebody I sent to go and conduct a primary somewhere reported back to me, a retired general of Northern Extraction, told me that, look, Adams, you are worried about the challenge of conducting primaries in Zamfara. The challenge you see is there is far more than that. And if it's not dealt with, Nigeria will not know peace in parts of the country. And this gold go all the way through the all to Kaduna. And it up to, yeah, correct. And he told me that those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. But, yeah, that some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which these on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to sanity, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on. When you have a country of people who are above the law because they are supposed to have served the country, and they have retired, and now they become the real barons. So I agree with you that the solid sector, and I'm happy with the word made by Baba that oil was discovered by accident. What they were looking for was solid mineral.